We're planning a trip from Ontario to Newfoundland this summer, and we're going to take you along for the ride. You've heard the story of Gander, Newfoundland, and how she opened her arms to 38 planes during the 9/11 crisis. So we're going to go there and see that place for ourselves. We are doing a slow travel trip, taking at least 6 weeks to discover some of this great country of Canada that we call home. Starting in Ontario, we will travel through Quebec, into New Brunswick, through Nova Scotia, and then taking the ferry on over to Newfoundland. We don't have a rigid itinerary because we want to just play it by ear, see what comes up along the way. We're visiting some family, and the highlight of the trip is going to be meeting some new grandbabies that have been born since COVID that we have not had a chance to meet yet out in Newfoundland. So that is very, very exciting for us. On the way home, we plan to take the ferry back from Newfoundland, from St. John's, the longer ferry, and then do the Cabot Trail and do some traveling throughout Nova Scotia, and then back into New Brunswick, visiting some more family there and discovering New Brunswick, what it has to offer. Most people, when they go to New Brunswick, just kind of go through on their way to Nova Scotia or Newfoundland or Prince Edward Island. So we want to stop and smell the roses in New Brunswick and just see what all she has to offer. After that, we are hoping to hit up the old city of Quebec City on the way home and spend maybe a few days there in Quebec. So we're really looking forward to it. We're hoping we're going to be around 6 weeks, but if we need more or less, that's totally good because we're retired now and we can do as much or as little as we like along the way. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little chilly in Newfoundland, so that may have something to do with how long we end up staying there. But she's a big province, and while we're there, we would really, really like to see quite a bit, as much of it as we can. Now, we've traveled to Newfoundland before, and at the end of this video, I'll put a link to that video up here so you can take a look at our trip. But it was a quick trip. We flew down and we only stayed for a week. This was in 2019, I believe. And we were only in the St. John's area. Let me know in the comments if there's any place that we really, really should see. Like I say, we're doing Quebec, we're doing New Brunswick, we're doing Nova Scotia, we're doing Newfoundland. So 5 provinces we're covering. Eastern Ontario, of course. We're covering 5 provinces in this trip. So wow. So in today's video, I'm just going to do some preparation, some packing, and I wanted to give you an update on my channel and how it's going to be going for the summer. For my followers, welcome back. I know that many of you joined last winter to follow our adventures while we were in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. Don't worry, we'll be heading back there in the fall to do more adventures there. For new watchers, hi, my name is Shelly. And welcome to my channel. What are we doing today? I'm a retired snowbird that spends 6 months in Puerto Morelos, Mexico, and 6 months here in Canada. My mission is to help people who are newly retired or about to retire by documenting and sharing my experiences, adventures, and thoughts on this season of our lives. So for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to be sharing our adventures on the road on this road trip from Ontario to Newfoundland. So bear with me. The editing is going to be minimal, so the footage is going to be a bit raw. And it'll be a bit of a vlog type style for the next little while. We're looking forward to showing you our vast, beautiful country. And we're hoping to encourage you to come and visit here. So their trip is taking place from the first part of June till about the middle of July. Nice and warm, you might think. Nope, we're headed to Newfoundland. And when we arrive, the highs are showing as between 8 and 10 degrees, which is 45 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit for my American friends. The average highs for June are 13 to 18, which is 55 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're not going to need a lot of tank tops like we did in Mexico. So what do you bring on a trip like this? Everything from winter coats, hats, mitts, to bathing suits and cover-ups, mosquito repellent, and sunscreen. You need to plan for any type of weather this time of year in Newfoundland. We're taking our own car and driving, so we'll have more space to be able to take as much as we may need. Penny's not taking this trip with us because she does not travel well in the car, and this long of a trip would be just too stressful for her. So, but don't worry, she's in good hands back here at home, staying with her co-mom. I'm going to miss her terribly though, but we'll get some updates and pass them along while we're on the road. We bought this cooler that we're going to bring along so we can take some food and snacks for the road. This will help with the cost if we don't have to eat every meal in a restaurant. So it plugs into our outlet on the like the old cigarette lighter, you know, it plugs into that so that we don't have to be dealing with ice or anything. So if you like this cooler, I'm going to put a link to it in the description below, and I'll let you know as the trip goes on what I think of it. I'm also going to try and document our costs as we go along so that you can budget if you decide to take this similar trek to this one. So what's going in the suitcases? Mostly warm clothes and a bit of cooler things. We're a little short on warmer clothes right now because we spend our winters in Mexico, so we're not subjected to very, very cold temperatures anymore. We plan to pick up some souvenirs, sweatshirts, and whatever else we may need along the way. So that's pretty much it. We're really looking forward to you coming along on our adventure on the road. I will continue to post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays from the road, but I'm going to also post some daily updates on my Facebook group. So make sure you join my Facebook group. I will put the link in the description below for daily updates on our trip. You don't want to miss any of the experience. For those of you interested only in my Mexico videos, I get it. And we'll see you again in the fall when we return to Puerto Morelos. However, if you want to come along on our Canadian adventure, you are certainly welcome to join in. Don't forget to hit the like button and to give us some suggestions on where we should go on this road trip. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you from the road.